All right, here we are in Biohackers World 2026. We're going to check out some of the booths and see what we can find.
Sure. Hi, I'm Dr. Ed Park. I wrote this book on exosomes, something I've been doing for 7 years. In the back, you see my mom. She's 88. She's had 40-something injections. So we feel that it's helping your body heal like a newborn baby because the exosomes are how the stem cells work. And so in my book, I explain all that, and I have a YouTube channel where I do a functional medicine podcast. Scan that for your functional medicine podcast. We interview people like Dave Asprey, some of the speakers here on topics such as mold, EMF, autism, gut dysbiosis. So it's a really interesting resource for you. So we're here at the Biohackers World Convention in Los Angeles, and I'm happy to be on the speaker panel, and I'm exhibiting, and I'm trying to get people interested in what we're doing with exosomes. So this conference has shown tremendous growth, and there's a lot of very engaged and interested people. So come on down. There's 4 cities a year: Chicago, LA, New York, and they're adding San Francisco. So be sure and check out Biohackers World.
Sure. My name is Danielle Matthews. I am the Director of Operations at Peak Saunas. So one of the biggest questions we get is, what is the difference between infrared and traditional saunas? The best way to describe it in the simplest terms, traditional saunas, as we imagine them, Finnish stove heater, heat the air around you. Infrared saunas heat your core body temperature directly. So they're often used at lower temperatures, much gentler, and they're just more accessible to the general population. You know, not everyone can have a traditional sauna with a stove heater hardwired to their breaker. Behind me, you see our one-person model. I have this in the corner of my bedroom. It works with a standard outlet. So any excuse you have to not have a sauna at home is kind of out the window with the infrared. We're known for our full spectrum, near, mid, and far infrared. So full comprehensive benefits, as well as a full body medical grade red light therapy panel. We are the only brand that includes this with the sauna. Red light therapy is known for its surface level benefits, mitochondrial support, muscle recovery, inflammation, and of course, anti-aging benefits. With sauna use 4 to 5 times a week, it reduces inflammation, blood pressure, cholesterol. It helps with cardiovascular health. You have a 47% less chance of developing heart disease. You're really seeing it in a younger population as well. They want to get ahead of the curve, really start taking care of their body now. This is just really accessible, and what I found, it's not the temperature you're sitting at or how extreme you're going. It is consistency. So really the benefit of having an infrared sauna at home is that it is accessible to you, and you can consistently use it because the health benefits are seen over time. You can see immediate benefits. One use, you sleep better, you feel a little bit better, but the long-term benefits, like improvement with inflammation, gut health, heart health, that really comes over time. So, yep, I definitely recommend having one at home. These are safe to use daily if you want to use it twice a day. I personally use mine 4 to 5 times a week. Everyone reacts differently to heat, so it's really up to the individual user, but I do recommend at least 3 to 5 times a week to see results.
And what temperature does it kind of go to?
Yeah, so this will reach up to around 160. Most users report 140 to 150 is kind of the sweet spot. And it really depends on how long you're going to stay in there. If you want a gentler session, 45 minutes to an hour, I'd recommend around 130. If you want to get in there and start sweating right away, 150 is probably a good temperature to start at. Putting on some ambient music is just really nice, kind of check out. I'm a firm believer. You see some of these saunas with like the gadgets in there, you can watch Netflix. I'm like, we are around devices 24/7. Like, can we spend 20 minutes checking out? Like, just have some peace and quiet. But to each their own. If you want to watch TV in your sauna, that is entirely up to you. Like, go for it. I will say that it is a smart sauna. So you can operate this remotely through the Smart Life app. If you're coming home from the gym, work, you can preheat it, set it on a schedule. So in our busy lives, it really comes in handy.
Does it take long to heat up?
I would say on average about 30 to 45 minutes. Really depends on the ambient temperature of the room it's in, but I kind of hop in around 130, let it build to 150 so I can get in there after 20 minutes.
Can you set it on like a routine, like I want
Yeah.
it to be?
So with the Smart Life app, you can set it on a schedule. So if you want it hot when you wake up at 6:30 in the morning, you can absolutely do that.
Awesome.
Yeah. One other thing I do want to mention that we just launched this year is the Peak Wellness Club. So it is a post-purchase content ecosystem available to all Peak Sauna owners. Daily protocols, guided meditations, expert-led content that's exclusive to our Peak Sauna owners. It's also kind of like a social media platform. We really want to encourage sauna owners to talk to each other. It's a great way to hold yourself accountable. You can track how many sessions you're doing in a week. So we really want to promote a lifestyle and not just sell a product and then say we're done. There's no steam. It's a dry heat. The only moisture is coming from your body. And trust me, you are sweating. It's kind of like the way I describe it is a deceptive heat. You walk in, the room feels warm, and then after 5 minutes, you're pouring sweat and you're like, where the heck did that come from? You can find us at www.peaksaunas.com. Our Instagram and TikTok handle, peaksaunas_USA. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/peaksaunas.
Hello, my name is Klaus Pumme. I'm the general importer from Samina for the United States and the English-speaking world. This is the Samina sleep system, what was created by a medical doctor and professor in Austria 35 years ago. We're quite different in commercial brands. Then one of the reasons is we have 90 wooden slats on the bottom, 90 slats on top, and this is really the bone of our sleep system. And this is very, very important for the orthopedically spinal support of your spine. You can see how each of the slats are moving and really bring your spine in the natural S-shape curve. The system is divided in the middle, so each person individually gets the proper spinal support without disturbing your neighbor. The entire bed is on a slight angle, what is really important for sleep disorders like affect reflex, snoring and sleep apnea, and also for general health. The lymphatic system and lymph system detoxification is much better than sleeping flat horizontal. The entire bed is free of metal, so no additional impact of electromagnetic fields and radio frequencies, and also all materials are 100% organic. We don't have any trademark on any of our components, so all the materials came from Goddess Nature. On the other side here, you can see the finished product. So we have the slats, the natural rubber for the compression of your joints, tissue and muscles, a certified grounding pad for removing unnecessary electromagnetic fields, and a wool topper what imitates you to your skin for better temperature control and keeping dust mites away. We also offer orthopedically pillows made out of merino wool and also duvet covers to cover yourself in natural materials. And all this together is the Samina sleep system. And sleep is important. Sleep is our pillar of our health. And this is a passive activity. You just have to go to bed to make sure your human body can restore and recover in this short time of sleep we experience. Thank you so much.
Hi guys, my name is Rob. I'm here with Tides Peptides, and we are at the Biohackers World Conference. Peptides essentially are short chains of amino acids. So basically they're messengers within your body, and it already signals processes that are already happening in your body. So for instance, whether it's tissue repair, it could be inflammation, it could be skin, collagen. These are things that are already happening. And basically by injecting these, we make the process or a signal a little bit stronger. So that's the appeal of it. So again, natural processes in the body, it just makes things a bit stronger. I actually got into this for, I had injuries. So I had a knee injury and then I had an elbow injury. And the product that I love the most is called BPC-157. I've been taking this on and off for about 6 years now. And I can tell you with all honesty, not only has it helped my joints, so besides my knee and my elbow, after like 2 or 3 months, I really felt a big difference. I also had inflammation. I had gut disorders as well. So it's actually helped heal my gut, which is like another benefit of BPC. So I started there. Now with my training, there's been strength products that I've used for strength and recovery. One of them is called CJC-1295 with ipamorelin. And that's probably my favorite one at the moment with the BPC, of course. And it's really helped my recovery. It's helped my training. I actually will recommend it to clients as well because it's helped me a lot. What that does is it actually, it's called a secretagogue. And what it does is it boosts growth hormone within your body. Yeah, they almost sound like computer type names, and like they're all very like complicated names, but when you kind of like batch them together and you put them into categories, you kind of understand what they are. But yeah, the names sound a little crazy. So this is why I love Tides Peptides. So Tides, basically we are sourced, or actually we're tested within the United States. We're located in Malibu or the Valley, so right in LA, so local company. All of our COAs, which are certificates of analysis, are listed with all of our products. So you can see what the products have been tested, their purity, which tests at 99% purity. And then the last is it also shows an endotoxin report. So there's no toxins within them. And that's why I trust Tides. And before I was using different companies, I just didn't know where they were coming from. So again, Tides Peptides, I absolutely love. I couldn't recommend them more. And that's why I'm an affiliate with Tides. So they are not FDA approved. I think that's something that most people should know, nor are most supplements, right? So you have fish oil, creatine, you have certain supplements that aren't FDA approved. So I think for some people, just knowing the peptide world is the Wild West right now. Anyone can find, source, and sell a peptide. None of them are FDA approved. You really need to do your own research to see if it's going to agree with you, and if it's going to benefit you in some way. And I always recommend, if some people do get and they want to start a peptide, start as the lowest effective dose, or just the lowest dose possible, to see how it reacts with your body. Yeah, I don't think there's any issues because, you know, we ship state to state, so I don't think there are issues with it traveling with them. I could be wrong. I don't know like what's going on this month. You know, I think it's at this point it's a month to month type of situation, but as long as the liquid, or if it's not mixed with the liquid, or if there's liquid in it and it doesn't go over the certain liquid amount, I think you're fine to fly with peptides. I have a couple times. So skin, yeah, and I use a couple of skin too. My girlfriend, who's also part of Tides, she's really big on. There's a one of our top selling products. It's a skin. It works on your skin elastin, so tighter skin. It also works on your hair, and that's a big selling product. They have ones that have certain blends of those as well. And and the research shows, and the before and after show that those really do work. I think we're on the forefront of something big with this, you know, and I think it's just showing you like what's possible, not just with supplements, but with like certain things that we can use to already boost the natural processes in our body, right? So, you know, I think everyone's a lot more health focused, and we're a lot more focused on longevity, and whether it's your sports specific training or building muscle, whatever it may be, right? I think that we're on the forefront of something big here, and whether it continues, you know, if the FDA gets involved, obviously there will be like certain things that are going to be harder to get, or you're not going to be able to get, or you only get through a doctor. But I do think that this is kind of the you know, it's so popular right now because of the benefits it can have within your body. Yeah. The one that's the most studied, and I recommend, and I don't recommend because I will never prescribe to someone, but BPC-157, the one that I started with, if you have inflammation, if you have joint pain, if you have even gut issues or gut imbalances, whatever it may be, I think that's the safest one to start. It's been studied the longest, and from what I've seen for studies, they're not negative effects, but it can positively help anyone. So BPC-157 is what I would say. So our site's going to be shoptidespeptides.com. So shoptidespeptides.com. Find mine under Rob_Atkin, ATKIN. So Rob_Atkin.
Hi, I'm Dr. Stephanie Tran with Exomind Santa Monica with Modern Human MD. We're here today at Biohackers World 2026 Expo in Los Angeles, and we're here doing a pop-up office today of all the services that we offer here at Modern Human, and I'm the founding physician and CEO. So today we're showcasing our medical device, the Exomine. What does Exomine do? Exomine is based on a technology known as TMS. TMS stands for Transcranial Magnetic Stimulation, and it works on the part of the brain known as the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex. The dorsolateral prefrontal cortex is the CEO of your brain. It helps to balance logic, emotion, and take action. How does it do so, you might ask? It does so through a process known as neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is your brain's natural ability to form new neuronal connections, a neuron being the most basic cell of the brain. And it does so by upregulating a protein known as BDNF. This stands for brain-derived natriuretic protein. And in doing so, it serves as a natural fertilizer for the brain. So as you can see here in the background, we are delivering a treatment of TMS. It's been around now, the technology, for 40 years, although it is unknown to most people all the benefits and uses it has in the mental wellness space. We are often using it commonly known to treat conditions like anxiety, depression, OCD, ADHD, and brain fog. But there are many exciting applications as well, such as helping with food chatter, helping you to make more important decisions in regards to food, as well as treating for headaches and smoking cessation. Most exciting, and recently we are using it to help people boost executive edge for those who are looking to feel 10 years younger mentally, who are on cue, for people who are constant performers and need to be at their sharpest edge. It helps with memory retention and the ability to feel motivated to want to take action. So right here, this is the Exomine machine, and this is an amazing tower where we're using the technology to identify a patient's motor cortex. This is individual and unique to every single patient. Once it's identified, we deliver the therapy treatment. As you can see, it's extremely relaxing. Many times patients fall into a deep flow or meditative state and often fall asleep. Right here is the headpiece. There is no needles, it's non-invasive. There is no downtime. Treatments are 30 minutes in duration, and patients have benefits often from doing as little as 6 sessions, sometimes more depending on the individual. So the best way I liken it is all of us are going to always have some thought or motivation or desire to do something. And for whatever reason, even the most motivated individual, there's going to be some degree of procrastination in there. And so it really allows you to improve your motivation and then to take that actionable result towards it, which I think is the most incredible thing in the ways I've shown it show up in multiple applications. But I also encourage you, come by the clinic. We do more than just TMS. That's just one thing we're highlighting this weekend with our medical device. I really pride myself on looking at alternatives while still staying within the mainstays of conventional medicine. So think about primary care 2.0. I focus on doing a non-invasive cheek swab. We're looking at your genomic blueprint. We're looking at something known as a SNP, a small nucleotide polymorphism. For instance, DNA has 4 letters, ACTG, and the difference between maybe switching out one of those letters is how a gene is expressed, whether you have blue eyes or brown eyes. And so at Modern Human MD, we look at thousands of these genes and how they're expressed and how we can optimize health through lifestyle, vitamins, and supplements. Additionally, we are partnering with another company where we use AI heart scans that have been extremely powerful at detecting early heart disease. And through that, I have saved many patients who were healthy, asymptomatic from having an otherwise event that would have been a heart attack that would have really debilitated their life. So I encourage you to visit our websites. We have 2 of them, www.modernhumanmd.com, as well as www.exominesantamonica.com to learn more about the practice and me as your physician. I look forward to taking care of you and partnering with you on the journey. No, not at all. So unlike a lot of the other therapies that are out there for mood regulation, such as like ketamine or medical marijuana or even people who go on psilocybin journeys or ashwagandha. This is a little bit different because we're using a safe technology that's similar to the technology of an MRI machine with the repetitive transcranial magnetic stimulation. So we're using your body's own natural machinery to simply build up a process that already exists in the brain, but to do it better and to make it stronger. So there's not going to be any kind of psychogenic hallucinations or anything like that. You're going to still wake up feeling yourself and thinking yourself, but in a more optimally primed way. The best way I can liken it to, at least what I've experienced in myself, is feeling that I have all the finesse and all the accolades that's taken to get to this point in my career as an esteemed physician, but now almost like the mental energy and endurance that I had when I was in my 30s first starting as a physician. And to me, that has been pivotal and really transformational. So if anything, I feel more myself than ever, just a better version.
How you guys doing? My name is Sean Levine. We're here at the Biohackers World in Los Angeles, and I'm one of the co-founders of an amazing company called Mesh Wellness. Now you wonder what Mesh is about? We are a supplement brand, not just any old supplement brand. Our whole focus, our whole business is around a format. One of the best formats you could ever have for a supplement, which is an oral dissolvable strip. Now I'll explain why. The big difference about an oral dissolvable strip is simply that when you put it on your tongue, it goes directly into your bloodstream. It bypasses the digestive tract. So a lot of times, your digestive tract, it doesn't absorb everything. And with your bloodstream, it does. So it has a higher absorption rate than other types of formats. Got really geeked out about that. I'm basically in biology and chemistry. So what I thought mattered was borrowing from this system, this delivery system, this mechanism, and saying, how do I get supplements that have the best ingredients, things that are science-backed, precise dosage, knowing where they come from, and then slapping on probably the best flavor possible, because we do want them to taste good. Now, we have a few different types of products that we have on the counter out here, which I'd love to kind of get into a little bit. One of them right here is the very first phytonutrient. This is really, really cool. We've only had it out for about a week and a half now. Now, what is a phytonutrient? These are like enzymes. They're the beautiful magic that comes from your vegetables and fruits. So I don't know if you know this, but about 8 out of 10 people don't get enough of their fruits and vegetables, which is not shocking, specifically around phytonutrients. So this is really, really important. Two of the oral strips, which they kind of look like this, these beautiful little green strips, 2 of them, is equivalent to 1 serving of your fruits and vegetables. That's pretty amazing. The other thing right here that we have is beautiful. This is our Culture Club. Kind of clever name. We're all about, as you can tell, the look here. See this guy? I think everybody wants him as their boyfriend. He's a pretty cool guy. Now, we kind of like to have some fun. We don't take everything so seriously except the ingredients. So yeah, we're here for a good time, and we even love to name our products with some fun. So this is Culture Club. This is a probiotic. Again, this probiotic is in a single strip, just 1 strip, and you get 5 billion CFUs. But more importantly, when you put it on your tongue, it dissolves. The flavor is actually real blueberry. So we use a frozen blueberry powder. Delicious. Again, the whole thing is we don't use sugar, we don't use excipients, we don't use fillers. We strictly focus on active ingredients, sitting on a matrix that we have precision and dosage and really, really strong, stable ingredients. And then we layer in flavor. That's one of the biggest challenges because we don't hide it behind all of these other kind of flavor maskers like sugar. And the last but not least is all the way back here. I want to talk about sleep. This is the #1 product we have right now. It's sold out already twice. Power Down. What a great name. Now, Power Down isn't just like a simple melatonin ingredient. It has 4 really cool ingredients. So obviously we produce melatonin, but not always. So it has 5 milligrams of melatonin, but it also has tart cherry. It has suntheanine, which is a better version of L-theanine. You all know that. That's important. And finally, saffron. Saffron is an amazing, amazing ingredient that we get from France. This particular saffron is highly sourced for its clinical studies around restorative sleep. It also really helps mood. So mental health is as important when you sleep as anything else. You take this, not only do you feel that sleepiness quickly and that effect quickly, but you don't wake up foggy, you don't wake up groggy, you actually wake up very restored. And it is amazing. I can't tell you enough, because when you're taking it from an oral strip versus just like a pill or a beverage, it's so different. It's so different on your body. I can only say you guys have to try it to understand the benefit. So we're really excited about just kind of like introducing who we are. We're a wild new team. I'll tell you a backstory at some other time, because we have a pretty wild one. But this is our first year. We hope you guys try it. We have all kinds of discounts right now, but check us out on meshwellness.com, mesh, M-E-C-H-E, wellness. And we'd love to just kind of like find our way into your lives. Hopefully you will find us.
So who are you kind of targeting with these?
Yeah, so there's so many answers to this. We're currently targeting anywhere between the 25 to 40-year-olds. But in truth, everybody, all ages, whether you're a kid all the way through elderly, even my father, who's much older, we all need to fill those gaps, those nutrient gaps, those whether you have vitamin D or you have your, other vitamins or other nutrients that just missing out. You all need it. And the point is, this format is for everybody. But we are in the biohacker world. And I think that there's this understanding, this evolution that we need to figure out how to actually execute our bodies better. We're more interested, more aware that where ingredients come from, what they produce. There's a better knowledge in this new group, I think, of users they're more conditioned and more educated in where we're trying to push. And I think they're the best voice. They're the biggest advocate to show that we need to innovate more in this space. There's been no innovation in the supplement world. There's been improvements on ingredients, really good ingredients coming through, but a pill has been around forever, a capsule's been around forever, gummies have been around for 20, 30 years. And gummies are really kind of, in general, they're candy dressed up a little bit, right? There's a lot of sugar, there's just a lot in there, and they're less about functionality and more about convenience. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that's kind of where it is, and it just dove off after that. I think the world needs to start thinking about accuracy in delivery, functionality, precision in dosage. We have to understand the protocols. And so when we're talking about biohacking, you got to biohack your body. Like, what's going to make you healthier, better? Is it about living longer? Is it about filling those gaps that you're missing? So that age group that is in this bespoke age group right now that is really thinking about that is kind of where we're targeting to talk to. Men, women, all thinking about, like, how do I live better, longer, healthier? How do I really think about those things so that we can talk about not generic or generality, but specific, custom, really, really sourcing down to, like, I'm really psyched on this particular ingredient because this ingredient at this dose does this for me. That's what I'm interested in. I want to see measured change. I want to be able to know the detail, the shift in my patterns. By the way, I'm loaded. I got my Oura Ring. I got my hum. I'm like, I tell you, I speak, I live it because I'm constantly living, measuring myself. And I think we all are. Maybe I'm a little overboard, but at the end of the day, I think we're all looking and striving to live a healthier and better life. We want to live longer, but we want to live longer, healthier. And I think that's the space I'm really fascinated. And so I want to continue to grow and evolve and look for things that are going to be really turnkey and they're going to really be transitional. And a format's important because I want to make sure that whatever we deliver that actually has success.
I think you mentioned earlier you're like a scientist.
Yeah, so I'm the R&D guy. I mean, I'm a co-founder, but my whole thing is I love research and development. I love formulation. I love ingredient. I love procurement. My background has been quite varied. So if any of you guys have had liquid IV, I'm the guy that has developed all of that, all the flavors, a lot of the ingredients around the liquid IV. And it went from just basically a hydration product that people thought about as electrolytes to actually a clinically studied, patented delivery system that has done really, really well. And after that, I kept on thinking, what else could I do? What other white space exists that needs some attention? And so I just decided to go into oral strips because I think supplements, again, as I mentioned, doesn't really have a lot of innovation. And I think it's the cornerstone of our health and wellness, one of our health and wellness kind of like where we want to be. And so that's kind of where my science brain is trying to like click into. And you know, I'm also using myself as kind of a good guinea pig.
Are you using much like AI to kind of experiment?
AI.
Doing a lot of like tracking data?
Yeah, oh yeah. From data tracking, yeah. From AI, I thought you meant in other ways. No, I mean AI I think is really cool, especially if you can really validate. So like I said, I have an Oura ring. Good job, I keep doing that. I use this Hume bracelet. I actually have a scale that I weigh myself on. I got my Apple. I'm fascinated with literally wearables, tools, technology that can always test where I am and do blood tests, do everything. I don't expect everybody in the world to do this, but I think it's really important to use that to input this information data on yourself. And AI is a great tool to learn more and to track it. And I think it's just one tool that is really helpful today.
And I've been looking at like a lot of peptides and stuff. Are you in that area?
I think, yeah, well, peptides are really interesting. And I know they're kind of like, people are really looking at them. Because I'm more science-based, peptides still lack a lot of evidence. So, and I'm not I'm just pro-evidence. I'm pro-data. I'm pro-clinicals. I'm putting the time and effort into finding more and more. And so I think there's a lot of testing. I have not seen a lot of evidence at this particular dosage from this particular location. You know, everybody is playing with it, but I don't understand anything yet. So I think that peptides are important, but what is a viable peptide at what dosage? Where's it coming from? Who's selling the best one? I think that's still open, and I'm excited about the work in the background, but I don't think we're there yet. So I think there's still a learning curve. And whatever I'm going to put out to the market, one of the things that's really important to me is I don't want to use consumers or my consumers as test subjects.
Save that for yourself.
Yeah, and I said, I just want to know that whatever you're buying has been tested. We are fully backed up. I'm willing to do tests on the side and incubate those tests. So peptides might be a really fun incubation process. But when it's ready and it's worthy, I'll be there and I'll be able to message it.
Yeah, because I think it's like with marijuana, they make the gummies more accessible, whereas like injecting something is kind of like, oh, but if you put it into like an edible thing, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Once it gets all FDA approved and it works.
Yeah. And listen, I mean, at the end of the day, FDA is important and we need to have them. But innovation is moving at a much quicker pace than FDA is. So we're outpacing FDA's ability to keep up with some of the innovation. On the flip side is you need the FDA to kind of hold us, you know, like, are you real or not? And so if the FDA is able to move, or regulatory, maybe not FDA, but regulatory, if regulatory can move at the same speed at innovation, maybe we can get things done faster and quicker. And so I'm anxious for both of those things to work in tandem or simultaneously. Innovation needs to continue to go. But I think regulation or regulatory, will play a big part of us getting it out to the consumer.
Yeah, I think the AI comes in there where it's like instead of someone trying to figure it out, it's like just get the computer to analyze it.
It could. There's gaps in the computer's knowledge as well. So we're all like experimenting with AI and where it's pulling its data from and is it accurate? So there's also testing. AI is a tool that's new. I think in a few years, it's going to become more expert. It's always learning. So it's a learning key. It's great. But there's kind of like, be careful about putting all of your eggs in one basket. Like really just whatever AI spits out, if I go to ChatGPT or if I use Perplexity or whatever I use, that's 100% accurate. Don't do that. It's not quite there yet. But I think we're on our way. I just feel that don't be a at-home armchair expert. You may need a little bit more substantiation. You may need some more experts that truly are in the industry to help kind of double check the work and I think validate it. So I think let's go ahead and continue to kind of, biohack our world, do all the right things, be experimental, but just be honest to where we are. And I'm not ashamed or shy about saying I'm about trying to break, the old and come in with the new. And but at the same time, I'm trying to do it the right way. I want everybody to be safe. I want everybody to be healthy. I want to have the evidence, and I want to feel good about it. So I know that whatever I give, I'm sticking to the program that everybody's going to benefit, and it'll have measurable benefits. So it's however long it takes me.
And then for someone who just wants to jump in and start with the multivitamins?
Yeah, I think, well, the good thing is we have 4 products right now. Multivitamin's another one. This is really great because it's like your multivitamin. I mean, in an oral strip, who wouldn't want it? We have all of these. Generally, everything's at 100% DV value. This was really created to show how much we could actually load on a single strip. It's pretty amazing. The flavor is amazing. Also, it's mango. When you want to try us, start with a multivitamin. If you have sleep issues, try our sleep. We have a probiotic that I swear everybody should be taking probiotic every day. I don't care how old you are. Your microbiome is like the cornerstone to your own health. So you need to be, I'm going to say, take a probiotic, please. Love you guys to try ours, but please take a probiotic. And by the way, 8 out of 10 Americans don't, I had mentioned this already, don't take enough fruits and vegetables. So we have that too. So I would say, if you want to start and try us, try any of them, try all of them, stack them up, do what you got to do. We have more coming soon. By the way, we have a longevity strip coming out. That's going to be a complete game changer. Longevity strip, 3 ingredients that will blow your mind. I'm really excited about this. I'm not going to tell you what they are just yet, but if you want to follow us. That's going to be a game changer.
Any secrets you can drop about the longevity, the flavors?
Oh, the flavors. Okay, I could do that. It's going to be a really nice citrus. I'm really into a little bit of oranges coming in there. I have an orange tree at home. Valencia orange is just delicious. I'm really into varietals. I'm very into hitting those sweet spots of flavor is so important. But as far as the longevity ingredient, I'm going to tell you something. We're all seeking the right dose, the right ingredients that actually working together in synergy will be game changing. And we're all hunting, and it's taken me over a year and a half. I can't wait for the release. I cannot wait for the launch. I was really hoping that the Biohacker World would be our launch date. We had to push it. Like I said, it's all about getting all the things right. But if you just keep following us, I think this is going to be a game changer. I don't want to release anything yet because everybody's going to try to follow us and at least try to take some of those ingredients that I'm going to hold a little tight right now. But I really can't wait to share that.
So where can people sign up to your newsletter, follow you on Instagram, all that stuff?
Yeah, so follow us on Instagram. We're Mesh Wellness. Follow us, check us out at www.meshwellness.com. We are, pretty much, you can find us on Amazon. Just type in Mesh Wellness, Amazon. We are right now only B2C. We're not in store just yet, but hopefully you guys follow us, you like us, you help us kind of build the business up. We would love to be wherever you are in store. Obviously our idea is to kind of spread our wings a little bit more and continue to grow. We'd love to hear from you. And if you have ideas of what you'd like to have in an oral strip, you got to let us know. I would love to hear from you guys, and I'd love to know what else we can do for you guys and see how we can kind of continue to grow the business, grow more SKUs, and obviously provide some oral strips that you guys would probably want. So this is you take the strip here, you just peel back. Each one is nicely protected. Look at that right there. Oh. Here you go. And just literally put it on the middle of your tongue. And then push it against your palate. Let it sit there for a little bit. Is that good or what?
Tastes nice.
Doesn't it taste nice? Oh my God. Important right here. It's a structure that literally holds, this is a patented structure, holds your active ingredients. So this is your nutrient layer, which is all your actives. And then the top is your flavor. So it's like a little sandwich. The amazing thing about that is that there's no sugar, there's no other kind of materials. It's just as simple as that. We have all of the good and none of the bad.
Hi, I'm Veronica, and this is Chief Nutrition, which is an Australian brand that just launched in the United States. We are the cleanest and healthiest brand on the Australian market, and I'm pretty sure we're up there in America as well. We make everything with Australian grass-fed, grass-finished beef that's regeneratively farmed, and Australian grass-fed collagen. We don't use any seed oils, no artificial additives, no sweeteners. Everything is just super clean with clean ingredients. Everything is also low carb, gluten-free, and dairy-free. We have collagen powders, air-dried steak, liver capsules, and then we have big range of collagen bars. And I started this company with two friends, and we made these products because we were missing healthy products that are actually packaged and non-perishable. Everything that was in a packet was full of artificial additives and seed oils, and we just wanted something that is a true healthy snack on the go that I can eat every day without hurting my gut. And we did it, and now we're here. So our Instagram is chief.nutrition. Our website in the United States is us.wearechief.com. We also have a podcast called Chief Life, and you can find it on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcast. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Hello, my name is Dylan Craven with the Root Brands. I'm the VP of Operations. I have a background in nutrition and personal training. I'll tell you a little bit about the company. First off, the Root Brands has started Nashville, Tennessee. We own our manufacturing, US-based manufacturing for Vegas, and we're in 90 countries right now, hoping to expand. Over the course of 6 years, we have great products. Our hero product is Clean Slate, where bioavailable silica is used to take away heavy metals and toxins from the body naturally. Along with that, we have some samples here today from Restore. We have Zero In, which are natural products for N-acetyltyrosine, L-theanine, there's pine bark, velvet bean seed, turmeric, great ingredients. Over here is our coffee. Our coffee actually has a patented process where our wash utilizes the bioavailable silica to remove all heavy metals, toxins, and mold. That's Guatemalan source coffee, roasted in Turkey, 91 cup score. And we also have products for skincare and for animal health. So our products are worldwide, and we have great ingredients, so check us out online. We can go to therootbrands.com, and you'll find us there. We also have Instagram, therootbrands_. And our formulator, Dr. Christina Ram, has been shown for podcasts, so you look her up as well.
Welcome everyone, my name is Cully. I'm with Oxfit. We're here at Biohacking LA 2026. I'm gonna run you guys through a quick demo on the Oxfit XP1. So first off, we're gonna grab our light barbell, gonna put it right here on the rack. Going into selecting our user profile, we're gonna do our user right here, click continue. It's gonna bring us into the main page where we're gonna have our OxAI session. I'm gonna close everything out. We're gonna go into our exercise library where we have a complete exercise library of 308 exercises. We're gonna go straight into a squat, normal back squat, totally great. On this device, it'll also give you a brief demonstration of how the device is performing the exercise, as well as the setup process. To set up the squat exercise, you're gonna attach all 4 cable connections to the barbell. Like so, and then you'll raise the rack up to your desired height. For me, it's a little under my shoulders, about right here. From there, we're gonna start the workout, where I'll then be greeted in. I'm gonna make sure that my barbell is set to the right configuration. I'm gonna lower the weight, just to keep it light, to right at about 55 pounds. You'll notice that there's a bar on here for my force plate balance assessment. I'm gonna click load. From there, I'll automatically be able to go in and squat like a normal barbell squat, keeping good form, good balance, and good amount of force. 3 sets. When I'm done, I'll gently just rack it, click unload. When I'm done with that, I'll complete the set, end my workout, click yes, and get a complete summary over everything I just did. So this one is going to primarily be for commercial uses. We've had these things in professional sports organizations, biohacking clinics, longevity clinics, a few hotels, mainly anything. This device is meant to be bought for what purpose you want to train for, whether you're doing rehabilitation, high performance training, or just strength and conditioning training. The XS1, on the other hand, is going to be more for in-home residential usage. It offers complete with games, classes, workouts, several cardio modalities, including ski, cross, and rowing. The XP is going to be their big daddy. It's going to be one that goes into a rehabilitation clinic where I can create an entire protocol for someone starting post-surgery all the way through until they're back to their normal baseline or even beyond it. So there's about 308 exercises on the XP1, ranging from anywhere between basically 5 pounds on a maintenance tension from a single cable all the way to 400 pounds with our advanced barbell. You can do a 400-pound exercise such as a deadlift, a squat, bench press, you name it, you can do it. On this one, the max weight is about 250 pounds. It comes complete with, again, around 300 exercises, but then you're taking into the fact of the cardio exercises as well as the classes, programs, workouts, everything like that, all wrapped up in one. So the tension is actually created by 4 electromagnetic motors. They create tension on each cable. Each cable has its own motor, so it's all independently tracked. The XS1 is similar, but it has 2 electromagnetic motors with 4 connection points on 2 single cables. So whenever I'm doing this, I can just simply attach the cable. When I'm done with it, retract it back in, it goes back in. What I'm standing on is my force plates. The force plate system, it comes in complete with 8 load cell systems. So it'll be able to track my balance. I can also do a jump assessment where it'll give me my total force output, as well as any type of imbalances I have between my legs. So if I'm coming off of a knee surgery or any type of injury would have been sports related or non-sports related, I can use this machine to track my data and be able to recover quicker, more effectively, and be able to actually be motivated by the metrics that I'm receiving from the device. So setup is typically done professionally. I set this one up myself. It comes in about maybe 300-400 pieces. It's just a giant Lego set. It takes about 4 to 6 hours to complete, start to finish, and everything is professionally done and staged by Oxfit. So if you buy this for your gym, your home, wherever, we will come, make sure it's installed correctly, operating correctly, and managed throughout the lifespan of the device. If you want to find out more about us, visit oxfit.com or find us on Instagram, YouTube. We're all over. We're also at the LA Biohacking at booth number 19. We're going to be at the Austin Biohacking event as well in May, so come check us out there as well.
Hi there, my name is Tess Harris and I'm here with High Tech Health International showcasing our Transcend infrared saunas. We're based in Boulder, Colorado. We're one of the oldest sauna companies in the US. A lot of unique features about our saunas. Number one, the heaters we use are our own design. Proven 34% faster and better heat transfer than standard infrared sauna panels. That means better heat shock protein activation, faster heating, more impact. Benefits of sauna include a lot of longevity and health span benefits, many cardiovascular adaptations, cognitive function, better health span in general. A lot of this is tied to heat shock proteins. So the technology we've built that's featured in our Transcend Smart Saunas tracks your personal heat acclimation and how well you're expressing these heat shock proteins based on a huge amount of clinical data, a lot of research done on our saunas, thousands of data points on how they affect our body temperature. So you get personalized tracking and real-time feedback, as well as adaptive guidance on how to best use the sauna. Features of our saunas are heaters, like I mentioned, the performance, but also the lowest DMF in the industry. That's our own patented technology. It's all third-party tested. We use 100% premium poplar wood, the lowest VOC wood available, and only sauna with active ventilation and a lot of experience features like guided breathing, guided meditations. The saunas are updatable, and you can start remotely from an app and get all the personalized features to really customize and make it your own. We have chromotherapy lighting, so you can choose different colors: red, orange, green, blue, yellow. The red light is in the panel as well. It is visible red light. So the primary benefits are coming from the far infrared heaters, which is not visible light. And then we add the colors. Correct. It is a dry heat. So far infrared is a type of light that we cannot see. And it has a direct heating effect on the body. So this is different from a traditional sauna, which is using convection or very, very hot air to heat the body. Far infrared, we're using radiant heat. It has a direct heating effect on us. When it hits our skin, it converts to heat. The key element with both types of saunas is it raises your core body temperature. Our saunas do that extremely well with our heater design. And so that's where the key benefits come from: elevating your body temperature and maintaining that, and then doing that regularly and repeatedly. I do. I personally have one. So we cap them at 158. That's extremely hot for infrared. Typical sessions, most people will max out between 120, 130, maybe 140. I usually go about 140 in mine. Find us at hightechhealth.com. It's all spelled out. So HIGHTECHHEALTH.com. And you can find us on all the socials as well. High Tech Health on Instagram and Facebook, X, all of the above.
This is what goes in the water. This is 316 grade stainless steel. We use it to separate hydrogen from oxygen. So the bubbles you see coming out of a little box in the water are actually hydrogen. When we add sodium chloride, sodium produces positively charged ions and chloride produces negative. So as long as somebody is touching this water with any part of their body, they will have ions passing through their body. Then we pass another current through the body. This current, lift your wrist up, show them. This current will cause anything in the body that carries a charge to repel. That means from every cell. That means metal, plastics, chemicals, pesticides, petroleum products. All the heavy stuff comes loose. The ions passing through the body attract those particles into clusters, which is called chelation. That's to bind. So this current we pass through, it breaks it up. The ions we make in the water pass through the body and collect it. The kidneys process it all out, and that's how the blood gets clean, like you see in this video. So this is called a cell cleanse. It's a chelating device. The first people using this were people that were mining uranium. I'm Wayne Pitter. I own GenCell Wellness Corporation, and we build these machines. Well, people are becoming aware. People are becoming aware that we have to work at being healthy, because if we don't, we're going to work at being sick. And it does take discipline, it takes work, and when you have the right tools, biohacking is actually easy. You don't have to try so hard when you have the right stuff. And that's what Biohackers World here is about. All the newest, latest technology for staying healthy, preventing disease in the body. You can go online. That's GenCellWellness.com. If you want to catch that QR code, you can do it.
Yeah. I got really more sick of
GenCell Wellness, there's the QR code.
So this is the machine.
This is the device itself, yeah. Yeah, well, it comes with 3 of the arrays. This is the only part that wears out. This will work about 40 times before you have to replace it. We suggest you do this 2 or 3 times a week for 3 straight months. Get your body good and clean. After that, 1 or 2 a month is good. It's the only part that wears out. Works about 40 times. So if you did it 3 times a week for 3 months, you'd use one, and it's $25 to replace. It also comes with 2 of these alkaline water cups. These turn your purified water into high frequency, high electrolyte, high pH water. Everybody feels better when they've done this. You feel lighter, more energy, your pH is balanced, focused, clarity, skin tone, sleep. Everything works better when your body's clean.
Hi, my name is Tom Kerber. I'm the president and founder of SunPower LED. We have developed very, very powerful light technology that we're displaying here at the Biohacking World here in Los Angeles. And this is a fantastic event. We have developed this very, very powerful light technology that can go right through your hand. This is the red wavelength. And then we have the near infrared wavelength. This happens to be 1050 nanometer, but your camera is not going to see anything other than the little red dot because you've got a beautiful camera that's filtering this away. But it's a longer wavelength. We have the in this case 1050 nanometer. The other one is the 810 nanometer. And that what can that do? Well, the light can actually go into your body. The cells can absorb that light, convert it into energy. So the mitochondria is the benefactor of this. So the mitochondria is the power plant of your cell. And what's happened is many diseases, they figure now, are related to mitochondrial dysfunction. So what we're able to do with our technology is put energy into the cells. And when we do, that helps the cell to work properly. And then it can handle dealing with other abnormal cells, and abnormal cells are the real basis of disease states. So if you can help get energy to the cell, you'll be able to do far better. So with our devices, what we've done is we have an extreme amount of energy, so very, very high power density. And the reason we have that is we're not trying to just get rid of wrinkles. We're trying to go deep into the shoulder or deep into the knee or ankle or somewhere on your body and get rid of that pain or inflammation. And usually if you can reduce the inflammation, you can reduce the pain. Now we have back here, you'll see a woman here that she's using a helmet right now. That's a very powerful red light helmet. And that red light helmet can go on and we can put energy through the skull. People say, what do you mean light goes through the skull? Well, I'll show you. This happens to be a real human skull. He thankfully dedicated his life to science, and this is his top of his skull. So here you go. There's the light, and we're putting the light right through the skull, no problem. As a matter of fact, if I took the near infrared, which you can't see here, we're getting anywhere from 10 to 30 times more light coming through this part of the skull because we're using a wavelength that you can't see, which is in this case is 1050 nanometers. But so we use both red and near infrared so that we can help go into the body. When it comes to red, what happens is we can the blood can absorb that wavelength, helping the energy in the mitochondria, but then it'll be a systemic effect. So if you're treating here for some pain, tooth pain or whatever, it's also improving the blood and everything that's leaving that area. When we do the near infrared, which is the wavelength here, now what's happening, it's going much, much deeper. So we can go into areas. So people, let's say, have problems with their teeth or abscess before they get a root canal. Some people have avoided root canals just by using the light. So it's possible with this wavelength to not only go through parts of your body, but also through the skull and into the brain. And we've been able to help people with all kinds of things when it comes to cognitive problems. And these cognitive problems would be like things like strokes, concussions, Alzheimer's, dementia, Parkinson's, autism. All of those things have a component of inflammation in the brain called neuroinflammation. And what happens with this light is you actually end up increasing blood flow, you increase lymphatic drainage, so you can help clean up the toxins in the brain. And so we can see results. Let's say an example would be with autism. Autism, we're looking at getting into studies. I'm going to a big meeting coming up in a couple weeks for autism. But like an 8-year-old that's nonverbal, and we were able to see that boy under the helmet do 9 days of treatment under the helmet. And that treatment, by the way, is 4 minutes. But that's on the normal adult. But for a younger boy, we do less time. So it's really only 2.5 minutes of treatment that he gets. And in 9 days was able to go from nonverbal to talking to his mother. And not only that, she said to me, he was only able to, excuse me, he was only able to take one instruction at a time. And the mother commented, I can now tell him, go make your bed, go brush your teeth, go put your underwear away. He do multiple things, and he will follow through and just get through and do each thing after. So you can follow directions is really something. So with our device, we also have a panel. So whether the panel is just 15 of these guys, 15 of these in the panel. So the panel does a very large area of the body. Okay, that's the red. And then we have the near infrared, which is this wavelength that goes much deeper again. So that's kind of what our products do, is we help the mitochondria get the energy they need. And what we're doing differently is you'd have to take one of those very large panels that you can buy on Amazon and shrink it down to this before you get close to what we have as far as energy. So a big panel like this is not going to help too much for the shoulder pain, but a big panel, like if you squeeze that down, now use it on your shoulder, now you can see improvement in the area. So that's the kind of things, all kinds of things through the body, whether it's hair growth, it's not something I go after. Whether it's wrinkles in the skin, fine, it's something that happens. But what we can do is we can get deeper in to treat the lungs. We can treat the knees, shoulders, hips, all those kinds of things. So that gives you a little idea of what we do at SunPower LED by building these devices, and we make them all in North America. And if you go to our website at www.sunpowerled.com, that's sunpowerled.com. You can find our products there where you can purchase. As well, you can also go to our YouTube channel. And on our YouTube channel, I've got over 150 videos there of webinars that I've done where I interview doctors and researchers and dentists and you name it, and people that have different kinds of injuries, like diseases like Parkinson's and concussions. So that gives you a little flavor of what we do. So please go to our YouTube channel, sunpowerled.com, and you can hit the subscribe and like, and you can always keep up with the latest of what we're doing. Thank you very much.
Cellular health is exciting.
Just give me a moment. There we go. All right, here we go. Even with your eyes closed, it's pretty bright. There you go.
So put you on for 1 minute.
So usually we do 1 minute of the red. I'll just time that out. You time it?
Yeah, because she just started to. I got the timer.
So we'll do 1 minute of the red, and then we'll do 3 minutes of the near infrared. Now, it's just generally warm, right?
Yeah, it's hot.
And you don't have any brain fog issues or anything like that, do you?
No.
No. Okay. But what you probably notice is that you'll probably notice that it just feels nice and warm, and you may start feeling very relaxed. This is something that we see is quite standard.
I have a great sleep tonight. Yeah, the sleep quality is...
Oh, and if you had any sleep issues, we've been able to help people with sleep issues.
Oh, yeah?
We actually have an OE station in Grand Prairie, Texas.
How are we doing with the time?
15 seconds.
Okay, all right, and then we'll switch it to the near infrared. And the near infrared you're not going to see anything different. But what's funny is because we're saturating your red cones on your eye, that everything's going to look a little blue for a few minutes, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Now, things look a little blue, kind of, if you open your eyes.
Yeah, it's darker.
Blue, green.
Tom,
that video with the police tube.
Yeah.
We'll get you hooked up with that.
I think it might be on our website too. I didn't check.
What did I say?
It's supposed to
There you go.
Very good.
Oh, hey. What, do you notice just like a little bit of calmness or relaxation?
Kind of like a
handheld
little
device like
lightness.
but then like they sell it here for like $2,500.
What kind of laser? How did it feel?
That's good.
It was good.
It's like a hair dryer.
Did it feel warm?
Yeah, very hot.
Yeah. All right.
Chegou na praça, chegou na massa, chegou na praça, chegou. Vem, carnaval, chegou. Vem, carnaval, chegou.
So that's the end of day one of the Biohackers event, and I think we saw a good variety of different technologies, talked to a bunch of people, and saw a good mix of things. So if you want to see more, let us know what you think in the comments, and see you in the next video.